Well, this is it. This is where we make our final stand. All 8 of us. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we will give it our best shot. Anyways, gameplay round, take over.
Well. Welcome back for the last episode. This is getting close. As you can see, everybody's in recon armor. Well, not recon armor, marine armor, and with recon helmets. And now we're chilling. So, let's get rumbling.
15 days. We have to last 15 days. In hindsight, that's not that much time. Well, it is in real life if you're playing on 1x speed, but playing on 3x speed, it's good. But anyway, we have to last 15 days. And the raids, they're not going to be very nice to us. If we get tribal people, it's going to be really good. So the main thing that we want to focus on here is keeping the traps up. If the traps go down, they're gonna get in, and it's gonna be really bad. But I was gonna do this a lot sooner, actually, and it's a good thing I didn't, because I went and got Michael and Zippy, and they were pretty clutch at the end. You'll see. Well, Zippy wasn't, but we'll see. So first things first, we do have a lot of steel, which will go to our advantage. Second, we did improve our kill box. I don't really like using kill boxes, but it's losing is fun. So let me tell you a little story. If the keen eye of you and people that came back to watch this may notice something, may notice a colonist is missing, and that colonist is Freya. The only thing that happened to Freya was she died of an infection that super funny. And since she died, and since we have ideology installed, or we're using ideology, she had multiple husbands, and one of those husbands were Alex. Now Alex here, he had a -40 debuff, which was crazy. And basically Matt and Alex got into a fight, right? Because he was basically he had an extreme mood. And basically Alex died of an infection too. And I got no, he didn't even die of an infection. He died of a gold juice addiction, which was so dumb. If you don't know, Wormworld has this very funny mechanic. If your colonists or pawns have a consciousness lower than 1, they die. So let's say this is what actually happened. Let's say malnutrition and pain or bleeding. Basically, the point I'm trying to say is we revived Alex with a resurrected mech serum, which we got from a quest for hives, basically. Anyway, do you want to see something actually like really funny? So what happened there was Zippy got caught lacking, and I thought she was sleeping out there because we didn't have beds. So we had beds, but I was kind of lazy about making them. So she did basically got caught lacking, which sucked so much because we had a good sword. But it was a tribal raid, and we basically had all our traps. So it looks like it's not going bad, so to speak. But unfortunately, it does look like they did make it to the kill box. In hindsight, I should have made this better, honestly. Now that I'm looking at it in the post recording, I could have made this way better. But it did do pretty good. It did. So after that raid was finished, I decided we're not gonna get enough wood. So I made the decision to make all of my traps into steel traps instead of wood, which was a really good idea on my part.
First raid was not that bad. 14 days remaining. Oh my god, bro. I'm confident in myself. I wouldn't have done that. Wouldn't have done this if I wasn't confident. We should be able to do this.
Well, like they say, Ronald, remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Not gonna lie, after that raid came in, nothing else really happened. A trade ship came by, I was checking on everything, but that was until this happened.
Okay. A tribal raid, 30 people. You need to get like about 15 before they start retreating. We did get some traps back up. I should probably switch all the traps to steel.
Unfortunately, this raid does reach inside of my kill box, which I should probably made it bigger or longer, and it results in this. Should have made it longer and should have spaced the turrets out just a little bit, because I forgot they can explode. It's a chance, but I'm not sure what chance it is. But anyway, after that raid, I did as anyone would do. I started to rebuild my traps and my turrets. I did try to improve the kill box just a tad bit. In hindsight, I should probably have made the inner of the kill box, like the turrets were at. I should have made that steel instead of wood walls, but it is what it is. But after that, we got another raid. Surprising, I know. But what made this raid so interesting was the faction leader actually came, which was really weird. I never had that happen to me. By the way, you're about to see why I should have made the kill box just a tad bit longer. When they started to retreat, I felt kinda lucky, but looking at the battlefield, it was clear that we suffered some casualties. We lost 2 really good turrets, and we lost basically all of our really good turrets. The only one that was kinda good was the slug turret, which was the one by our people. Let me just say right now, it's not looking good. While building the kill box back up, we got a quest for 4 refugees, and I was like, hey, I kind of need those because we good at construction, and I was like, hey, we need more people on deck to build this box back up. So I accepted it, and they weren't good basically. None of them were good at construction.
Okay, this should be day 11. Okay. Mate, we're going.
And that's right, we finally made it to day 11. Nothing really happened that day besides our raid. We did move our turrets back just a little bit. Another raid came in, but 2 of my best fighters were they were being a little funny people, as they like to call them. But I do have, I would say, 3 aces up my sleeve. So while this whole thing is going on, you may have noticed that since Alex died, Raspberry has Alex's powers basically from the Empire. So I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I could just call in Trooper and Javelins squads in to take care of this raid for me. And it went. After that raid, I did decide to build up the kill box again. In hindsight, I'm just trying to hold on to something, bro. I'm just trying to hold on, bro. But I feel like I should have waited to launch a ship, honestly, but I was kind of being impatient because my colonists, they were doing good on armor and everything else, but their moods, oh my god, bro, they were absolutely distraught. And I believe it because it was like ideology, I'm pretty sure, that was like really bringing them down. Honestly, ideology is like a double-edged sword. It can be like really good or really bad. The reason why I had ideology on this run is because, you know, the faster research. Sadly, during this fight, one of our refugees did get killed. I thought if 2 refugees got killed, they would book it out of there, but one of the refugees got killed. I was like, bro, because I was gonna use them for construction or cannon fire. Well, they still were because they went out into the battlefield, which it did buy us some time to cook something up. I thought the kill box wasn't gonna last much longer, so I decided to start making IED. In hindsight, it was a decent idea, but if my kill box was bigger, this definitely could have worked out, but it was a good idea at the time. So unfortunately, yes, 2 things did happen. My game did crash and I lost an hour of footage. Nothing really important happened besides like a big raid and 2 other raids coming in at the same time. But a colonist did die. Matt did die, sadly. One of our 3 beginning colonists, and you know, it was sad, man. I wish I could have put him in the cryo sleep pod, but sadly, since Matt did die, I was like, hey, everybody's mood is like actually terrible. So I said, let's just make Bishop the new moral guide before everybody breaks. The rest of day 3 went pretty good, besides, you know, Matt dying. But on day 2, another raid came in, and I sent, we're just gonna call her Sasha because she was a tribal when we got her, and I forgot to change her name. We sent her there, and I have to stupid because this happened. But I didn't know this. If a pawn gets knocked by a raid, the raid will leave, but they'll take the pawn. Like, the full raid will leave. I'm not sure if this counts as, separate groups, but they will take the pawn, and the whole raid would leave. I did feel kind of lucky, but at the same time that we are losing a pawn, because I'm pretty sure this raid would have killed us. I'm like 99% sure. And just like that, 24 hours remaining. This 24 hours would have been completely fine, completely okay. But I made the worst decision, or what should I say, an uncalculated gamble. Basically, Zippy had a mental break. A berserk mental break. Now, in hindsight, it's okay. It's a berserk. The scary thing was, she had her sword still out and her shield still up. So I made this uncalculated gamble to have Bishop kite her around while we load everybody into the ship. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but once a colonist gets into a cryo sweep pod, they can't get out by themselves. So I had everybody else loaded in, except Zippy. She was still going on her break, and this happened.
Still getting off.
Leave me alone!
After killing Bishop, sadly, we loaded the other two in, and she was docile for a bit. She was still on berserk, but then boom, a raid came in. I thought it was over. 12 hours remaining, I'm pretty sure, around here, and I thought it was over. But as lucky as I am, they decided to wait. I got so lucky, dude. Anyways, I'll let gameplay Rob take the rest of this over.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The ship can be started up. Okay. The question is, yeah, about that. We gotta go. Sorry, Zippy, but, life finds a way. You've done it. Let's go. Bro, I got so lucky right there because I wasn't realizing what I was doing until like the last second. Oh, Zippy, bro. You were so close to greatness. Alrighty. Oh my god, bro. The dopamine hit I just got is actually insane. Anyway, I thank you for watching this. Next thing on the channel is gonna be Blox Tales because I got an update. If you want to see that, like, subscribe, leave a comment saying, hey, what else I should do next, because holy moly, the grin on my face is so huge right now. But yeah, I'll see you around next time. As always, I thank you.